Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just a quick heads up before we get started on this video. I was looking through my old recordings and I came across a bunch of videos from 2019 from a 2 versus 2 tourney that Nimzo set up. So here's a bunch of games from that. I've gone through to see if they're okay, and I think, you know, for a suite of videos, I think they're good. But the big warning is these are old meta and old balance. These do not represent the current meta and the current balance. Do not take necessarily build advice or unit composition advice immediately from this video. Take it as an idea for things, but don't try and copy the stuff because the balance is old, basically. Welcome to Jakku. Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku? We've reached 50 viewers. Thank you very much. And welcome. I suspect there's probably a lot of people who haven't really watched a proper casted tournament before in the viewer count. If you're new and haven't played or watched a tournament in PA before, say hello in chat. If you've seen tons and tons of tournaments in PA before, also say hello in chat. Let me begin. I just messed up the audio keys. Well, we begin. Team Red on the north. Senescence and Gregors from Team Hot Dog. Going double bot start into a heavy air player on this south commander. Going into a more landy player here on that commander. Meanwhile on the south, in Team Lavender, we've got Disc Rape and Princess Fox. Pardon me, going double bot, double air, double vehicle. Huh! Now, this is interesting because there's not a huge amount of space between the bases. Vehicles move quite slowly, and we've got adequate sized choke points. Actually, our choke point sizes aren't looking too bad. So actually, I think the vehicle play is the way to go here. once you've got to an area and locked it down, vehicles are the way to go. And I reckon T2 vehicles are definitely the way we're going to be going. Team Red scouting away, seeing some fabs on their own, moving in some docks in that lead direction. Team Lavender also doing a little bit of scouting, moving out with boombots instead of docks, though. This is an evil strat if you have the micro to pull it off and the scouting capability. There's two fabs right there. They are guarded by these two docks here, which are good anti-boombot units. Round it comes, round the back, round the side. Wants to be careful. Now it's in the sight of Team Red. In come the docks to pick it off. That was close. Good defense there of that fabricator. But the bomber comes in and deals with them. And no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, the micro of the fabs is real. And the hummingbird comes off the production line and takes it out. BSE then, Team Lavender. Where did the hummingbird support go? I don't know. But looking around, we are going to see the proxy factory meta in full swing on this map with the way the mechs are clumped. Pings from Team Lavender. Team Red doing a nice little bit of raiding there. Down goes a fab, as we can see. So, chat, who do you reckon is going to win this one? BSE or Hot Dog? Red or Lavender? Team 1 or 2? Looks like Team Red's doing pretty good here, actually. Expanding quite far. Getting that factory up to the other side of the map there on the equator there. BSE slower with the expansion, as is sort of denoted by the eco tabs there, but they are beginning to lock down other areas. Units moving down the middle for Team Lavender there, Team Red rather. Team Red starting to move in with a few tanks. We're just about getting a turret up. They abandon it. The fabs moving around the other side of the factory, are they? Oh, they could have done. They could have moved around the other side of the factory and finished it off, but they go back in now that it's certainly safe to do so, and now finish it off. There we go. Up goes the turret. That expansion is locked down. Well played there by BSE. Are we going to start seeing T2 factories soon? T2 vehicles from Lavender is my bet. BSE starting to use their air force to good effect to take out some of these vehicle forces, but BSE also realizing that they have certainly what's this number in the all two there? T2 bots from Red. I'm still banking on vehicles from Purple. Although that could change once they realise that that bots is the way that Red are playing this. I still reckon Shellers and Levelers will win this. Shellers will absolutely dominate with kiting around all of these big struts. Interesting use of a commander there by BSE on the front lines. Need to defend it a little better. That's a sizable vehicle force up the top. Only one Uber cannon or so away from utter deletion, though. Got to be careful with it. And T2 bots from BSE as well. Nick says, Blue Hawks do exist. I know Blue Hawks exist, but they shoot slowly. Personally, I'd go for Shellers over Blue Hawks. Unless I'm going for single target damage. I need a sniff button. Yes. Look at this from BSE. Turtling on the front lines. Disgusting. BSE are playing this rather interestingly. They're turtling big time at all their expansions. Proxying. Red going around raiding. It's doing okay, but I feel like they could be better responding to the fact that there's a commander on their front lines. This is big opportunity right here for Team Red, but they're not taking it. They could be taking this opportunity big time for a comm snipe here. A lot of air coming out for Team Red now. Having a nice scout around, sees the T2 bots, runs away! Because they're not actually losing much there. There's only the odd Galata splattered around. Still some unclaimed expansions. Still some raiding on the backside. Vairu, don't do that. Ah, finally. Finally taking the opportunity to catch this commander off guard because BSE are lacking in scouting. If they had scouted, they would have seen that there would have been slammers moving straight for their commander. And they would have been able to save this guy, but as it stands, no, they will not. And BSE do not have anything bomber-wise to bring in either. Well, they did, but they decided not to go and take out that slammer, which could have bought that commander enough time to run just a little bit further. BSE not doing very well here all of a sudden. They have locked down their expansions. But ultimately, expansions don't mean anything if you're not turning it into good units and good plays. And right now, Red are also losing a little bit of gusto on this push. Kind of spread out a little bit, but they do have a lot of Infernos in there. And this, of course, is going to make a beeline straight into this base where BSE's other commander is standing, not unsuspecting, but also not entirely prepared, which is a slight issue for him. Red pushing up and cleaning up on the other side of the map as well. Slammer's moving in on all sides. BSE's turtle strat is not paying off. Vairu, stop. BSE's army count is not looking good here. They can't really muster an effective long-term defense. Red is really starting to push in as the crew flies, as it were, but BSE's armies are all kind of smattered around. There's no real consolidated force, and so they can all be picked off pretty easily. So who was it that was supporting BSE in this game? Doesn't look like you're going to win that bet. But it could change. BSE trying to get back up into good metal standing here after losing all of their expansions, trying to play as defensively as they can and as efficiently in doing so as they can. Up on the north though, we have got T2 Air coming out now for Team Red with the gunships at long last, and that's going to mop up the rest of the expansions there because BSE, there's only the odd Galata. It's once gunships and bumblebees get a good enough number, you're not really withstanding that sort of a raiding party. Limzo says the comm push didn't pay off. That is because it wasn't really a comm push, it was a comm move and sit. There's a difference. This wasn't really particularly threatening Red in any way by moving the commander to there. He wasn't building huge copious numbers of factories, it wasn't being turned into a proper base, it was turned into a pelter station. Which is not how you want to be using your commander. Down comes the air, deals with the Galata, sees a couple of fabs, takes those out. Nice. Now all they've got to do is find the T2 fab down on the other side of the base. Take that out. You've got a recipe for a swift victory right there. BSE has no real way of doing any damage to Team Red at this point. Oh yeah, take out a metal extractor. That'll do wonders. And in comes this vehicle force here. Slammer's in there as well. Team Red says, yeah, let's push in. Let's go for it. And why not? GGs are called by BSE. That's the army in the lower left that they're dealing with. There we go. GGs. Innocents and Gregors move into the finals. And that'll do that.